Getting ready to honor excellence in the Association of Professional Engineers of Trinidad and Tobago. You want to add to your calendars Saturday, July 12th. This morning, Dexter Daniel, the Public Relations Officer of APET, as well as Allan Edwards, the supporting member and the Civil Division Counsel and a civil engineer, joins us on the Now Morning Show to tell us more about honoring greatness. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to the Now.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely necessary, because we do believe in recognition. But for those of us who aren't familiar, Dexter, give us a little bit of context as to who APET is and why these award ceremonies are necessary.
Okay, the Association of Professional Engineers, most people know it, call it APET, started 66 years ago. We are a learned society of professional engineers. Our mission really is about safeguarding the health and livelihood of our public through guarding the practice of engineering and restricting it to professional engineers.
Why restricting it to professional engineers?
Well, we want to reduce calamities and mishaps and so on. So engineering is a science, is a very precise science.
Right.
And therefore, compliance is a big word for us. We want to ensure that properly registered, qualified engineers are the ones who are designing our bridges, designing our buildings.
We can definitely get behind that as non-engineers. But Allan, in terms of being part of the association and echoing those sentiments then, you know the honorees that will be underscored this time around. Right. Tell us some of the criteria or reasons that they're being honored this time.
Right, so at the APET Honors and Awards, we try to honor those individuals or career professionals within the engineering industry that have made valid contributions and significant achievements within the industry throughout their career or in the immediate time right now as practicing engineers. So historically, we have notable members who have achieved awards, such as Mark Luquan. He achieved the Order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. So we also had Chief Justice Iva Archie. And these individuals not only made achievements within the engineering field, but also to the wider society of Trinidad and Tobago. So we do our part in recognizing their achievements as well.
So, Dexter, tell me how this year's ceremony will take shape and perhaps some of the categories that we'll be looking at as well.
Okay, great. Every year we identify persons who have made, like Allan said, significant contribution in the field of engineering and the impact on society. This year it's a little different because we are celebrating 2 years of honorees. So 23 to 25. So we actually going to have we're having 7 persons are going to be honored for careers of excellence, for innovation and research, and for extensive and sterling support to the organization. In addition to that, we also have 18 members who are going to be elevated to the status of fellow, which is a very prestigious status in any organization. Some people say it's something like a senior counsel in law, in the law fraternity.
I was just going to ask, what is it akin to in layman's? So yes.
Right. I actually think it's a little higher. I think it's higher than senior counsel, right?
The views of Dexter. Well, I mean, in terms of non-members, I'm glad that you gave us the superlative, so we have an idea of it. But I want to double back a little bit because you did say it is from 23 to 25. Is there a reason that we did not have the recognition before, or for that period before?
Yeah, actually what we have been able to do is that we have alternated the actual ceremony. So while we have recognized and tabulated and that rigid process exists every year, we are alternating the honors and awards ceremony with our annual technical conference. So we had the technical conference last year. We're going to have another one next year in 26. So honors in 25 is going to be in 27. It's going to be the next one.
Right. So that means it's not something you want to miss because it's a special occasion that is a little bit more rare. Yeah. And in that case, Allan, tell us a little bit as to how we can be part of that. Registering, tickets, the whole shebang.
Right. So the event is on the 12th of July, Saturday. 12th, that's the Saturday. And tickets can be bought at the APET office, or you can contact 627-6697 for if you're interested in purchasing tickets. Tickets are $800 per ticket, and the event will be held at the Hilton Ballroom Center. It's from 6 to 7. There's the first segment. There's 3 segments for the event. So the first segment will be from 6 to 7. That's a general networking and socializing segment. And then they have the actual awards from 7 to 10, awards and dinner. And then 10 to 11, you could go ahead and socialize and meet with everyone else again.
Definitely with networking, because if we're talking about professionals, there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to collaborate on, but there's also a lot of dressing up. This is a gala event, yes. I'm a girl.
Yes, it's a dress-up event. It's a dress-up event.
For sure. They take the opportunity to make sure you come out, you look good, and you socialize and meet a lot of professional engineers and stakeholders within the industry as well.
Will there, as much as it is a formal event, be the opportunity to then join the association if you haven't already? Or is this a members-only type event?
So, of course, there's always the opportunity to join the association, and there are different tiers of the association. And once you have an interest within the field of engineering, there's always an opportunity and a tier where you can join and be a member within the association. We always welcome members to participate in any part of the association as much as possible.
Sounds like it. And for those fellows that will be honored as well or recognized as well, will that take shape in a specific form? Is there a particular ritual or anything of the sort that we'll be witnessing?
Well, like I said, we have been having 2 groups of fellows. We're having 7 for 23 to 24, and we're having 11 for 24, 25. And of course, to be recognized as a fellow among your peers, you would have done outstanding work and outstanding service to the Association of Engineers.
Well, in that case, Mr. Daniel, please remind us as to where we can get those tickets and hopefully when we will see what we will see next, rather, from the association.
Okay, so tickets are available at the APET's office. The number is 627-6697. Tickets are going quickly, so please contact the office to make sure you have a confirmed seat. So this is actually our major event for the year. It's also an opportunity for me to actually kind of mention we having our next major event is next year, the annual technical conference. We are also opening the doors for young student members of APET. We're also looking for some tech-savvy students to help us with some of the social media platforms, and we're trying to market the association in some of the non-traditional means and so on. So it's a fun event for young and old. Looking at me and Allan here, you realize, you know.
You said it, not me.
But young and old, like don't, you know.
Well, I'm glad, though, that you did use the traditional media to do so. So, ladies and gentlemen, on Saturday, the 12th of July, we head to the Trinidad Hilton for the APET Honors and Awards, the ceremony where you will be able to join the association, honor those who have created excellence, and continue to, well, thrive with the legacy. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us this morning on The Now. And you guys stick around for even more after these messages.